Okay, update on the Massey. Had to take her to town, so I took the loader off. I really wanted to video that, but of course I think it was snowing or cold the day that Dad and I done it, so this Easy On loader comes off in about 5 minutes. You flip these levers in the back right here up, basically slides off the rail. You tip the bottom section after you back the tractor away. That contacts the ground right there. And on the other side, I'll show you, you just slip the hoses through. So as you can tell, I've been leaking calcium. So there's a hole in this tube, and you can just see around the edge here, there's like a hole there where they barred at one time to pop the tire on or off, and a few other spots. And this tire, it's pretty rough around here. The tube was cracked inside or had a hole inside, whatever. It was leaking calcium into the frame, so it was rusting the tube all up inside, which was not very good. So it was down to about here. So it had maybe, let's say, 40 gallons of fluid left in it. And right now it's got about 85 to 90 because the fluid's about right here. So then these hoses are extra long right here, and you just slide them between the wheel and the chassis, and as you back away from the loader, you just uncoil them and slide them through. And then this tire, it had no calcium in it, which is shocking because the tube is in a lot better condition. But the tire guy there said that it was only up to here, and had very little calcium in it. So again, there's 85 to 90 liters of calcium. There's I can't remember if it's 160 or 180 on the bill between the two tires, but like I said, I did have a little bit, and I know that it roughly holds, if you go off the charts for this size of tire, which is 18.4 by 34, it holds about 100 gallons per tire. So those numbers all make sense. So there's a brand new tube in this side as well. And then I think there's 3 hours of tire labor to dismount and remount, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, now hopefully we can use this tractor for chores again. Because what was happening was every time we picked up a bale, it was fine if you're on flat ground, but you'd pick up a bale and the back of it would come off the ground, and if you're on any little bit of hill and it was icy out, you weren't going anywhere. So the hoses just dangle and then drape between, and then there's a lever on this side, of course. And then when you remount it, there's a catch on both sides for the front, and then this you just slide right to there and then tip it forward. It literally takes 5 minutes. I really wanted to get it on video, but it was cold, and then when we put it back on, it was dark basically because I had to drive it up here later at night after picking it up, because I had some work-related issues, so I really wanted to drive it up here during the day because this tractor happens to have good lights, but I don't like driving tractors down the road in the middle of the dark. So anyways, it is what it is. Did notice though, not sure if it's just how the tires are riding, maybe they got a little bit too much air in them, but there's a little bit of power lugging going on, which on a two-wheel drive I didn't think happened. I thought on a two-wheel drive you didn't get the power lug, because I thought the power lug was on a four-wheel drive like the Polaris, where the front tires are trying to spin at a different speed than the rear tires. And that's what happens when you have improper ballasting between the front and the rear, or the wrong tire size or something. Something's got to give. So that's where the power hop or power lug comes from. But anyways, whatever. It's ballasted up, and if we have to let a little air out, or let a little ballast out, which is calcium chloride, from you can see from the rust, we will do so. But happy to get that done so we can start using the Massey again for chores.